Hello and welcome to Colin's Time to Bake, Baking with the Bake Off. This week is week 4 and they were making tiramisu. So without further ado, let's just get started. Get our ingredients ready. 1, 2, 3. Oh. All my stuff's in the bin. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees or 160, like me, if you have a fan oven, which I do. For the sponge, you need to add 100 grams of caster sugar. Then add 4 eggs. And then whisk for 5 minutes. Next, you add 100 grams of flour to the mix and then gently fold it. Do not mix it too much because you want to keep the volume from all the bubbles you've just made. And then you pour your mixture gently into a 15 by 10 Swiss roll tin. You know, like the one you bought on the first week when you thought you were going to make lots of Swiss roll. Then you put it in the oven for 20 minutes or until golden brown. To make the delicious coffee flavour, you need to add 150 millilitres of water with 1 tablespoon of instant coffee. I've used experts because I'm fancy. The recipe also calls for you to add brandy. That's 100 millilitres of brandy. I can't really take brandy, it doesn't really agree with me, and I've been sick enough this week. So I'm using 4 teaspoons of vanilla extract, which apparently is a good substitute. Another thing that I'm doing slightly differently is using a round tin with a pochette bottom because I couldn't find a square one. After 20 minutes, take it out the oven. I've encountered my first snag in the fact that it's round and I have to make it not round, but I can't, basically that's not going to fit. But before I try and figure out all that kind of stuff, I've now got to cut this in half horizontally. That somehow worked. What cheese do you use to hide a horse? Mascarpone? So you need 750 grams of mascarpone cheese and you beat that within an inch of its life until it's smooth. Add 300 millilitres of double cream and 3 tablespoons of icing sugar. And then mix that all together. Now grate 75 grams of dark chocolate over 70% cocoa. Well, that was exhausting and messy. It's time to layer. Sponge layer on the bottom, drizzle on some coffee, pour on some cream. Sprinkle on some chocolate and that is layer 1. So it goes sponge, coffee, cream, chocolate, sponge, coffee, cream, chocolate, sponge, coffee, cream, chocolate, sponge, coffee, cream, chocolate. All together now. Then got to pop it in the fridge for an hour. But wait, there's more. We've got to temper chocolate. I don't know how to do that. You're supposed to melt it so it goes to 53 degrees and then take it off. Once it's tempered, or if you're me, you guess that it's tempered, you put it into a piping bag because you're going to be writing some wonderful letters. Okay, here goes. I may have went a little crazy. That's been long enough. Let's take it out now. Ooh. Not bad.
We're now tasting Colin's tiramisu. Is it the Bake Off Challenge? It's a technical bake off.
Technical bake, yeah.
Ruminate.
It's got layers.
It's got layers.
It's got layers.
It's got layers. We're okay. Taste test. I can't do this one-handed. This is really hard. Actually really good.
It's really good.
So there was my attempt at a tiramisu cake, as was the technical challenge this week on the desserts one. It didn't end up in the bin! How exciting! Anyway, so catch me next week where I believe it's pies and tarts. Careful! Catch me on the usual Twitter, Facebook, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my new bakes. My name is Colin, this is Colin's Time to Bake, Baking with the Bake Off. We'll see you next week. So, as it was dessert week and everything is nice and chilly, I've decided to do my ice bucket challenge because I've been nominated 3 times, I think. Thanks very much, guys. So I'm doing this for Gordon's Fight Back. It's somebody that I used to know from Edinburgh who unfortunately has motor neuron disease. So I'll be donating money to it. I've got nobody to nominate, so I just want you guys to donate. If you haven't donated, just go onto one of the websites, especially this one, and donate money to it. Okay, here goes. Oh yeah, there's ice in there. Definitely ice in there.
Full of ice.
Full of ice. Are we ready? You ready, everyone? It's a bit nippy, isn't it?